The cosmos is a mysterious place. It is hard to detect and study the distant objects even with the help of our modern telescopes. In this video, you are going to learn about a strange discovery which has puzzled and intrigued the researchers. They have detected an unexpectedly increasing number of gravitational wave events at the very heart of some globular clusters. By using a collection of gravitational wave observatories, they have found something which no one had thought possible. Black holes are notoriously tricky objects. These black holes could be grouped into three categories, as I have explained in my previous video. Among these, the stellar mass black holes are the smallest kind. A stellar mass black hole forms when a supergiant star dies in a supernova explosion. Black holes of this type has a mass of about 10 to 12 times the mass of the Sun. And most of the time, astronomers have found these black holes in binary systems, where two black holes orbit around each other in a stable orbit. By investigating these binaries, astronomers were fairly sure that two black holes would never merge with each other. But the recently gathered data shows something unexpected. The data shows that the situation within a black hole binary suddenly changes when it is located in a crowded environment. Globular clusters are the perfect example of this kind of place. In a globular cluster, tens of thousands of, and even millions of stars are packed together at a very close distance. These stars are bound by their powerful gravitational forces. As a result, a gravity gradient is created towards the center of the cluster. It means now the cluster has a center, and everything is attracted towards it. As aging supergiant stars die in a globular cluster, they end up as stellar mass black holes. And eventually, they sink into the core of the cluster. This process is called mass segregation. This creates an invisible core of the cluster, entirely comprising of many merged stellar mass black holes. However, an unexpected data was collected by the LIGO-VIRGO KAGRA collaboration. This collaboration is a cooperative between three gravitational wave observatories. Researchers are trying to detect the gravitational waves coming out of large globular clusters by using these observatories. In their data, they have found that the chances of two black holes colliding and merging with each other increases tremendously. Due to the gravitational influence of nearby stars, the black holes get closer and closer. And eventually, they collide with each other and a merger happens. No one had ever thought that two black holes orbiting each other would eventually merge with one another to form a new one. It was an exciting and shocking revelation for our researchers, and the sensitivity of the gravitational wave observatories are now being increased and refined to get more precise data. These observatories have captured at least 85 pairs of black holes crashing into each other. Based on this finding, astronomers in the consortium know these cosmic collisions happen pretty often. The next steps are to observe as many of these as possible, particularly with ever-improving instrumentation. As detector sensitivity improves, researchers should sense these gravitational wave events with more frequency.